I love dancing, I love
Yes.
drinking, I love partying, but I always struggle with.
What does drinking give you that alignment doesn't? We're not criticizing drinking. We're just asking the question, what does drinking give you that alignment doesn't?
I think doesn't it can't give me more, but I think for
What?
me it's a shortcut, and I can't get
It's a
yet
short.
to that level of alignment
It's a shortcut.
that fast.
And what does drinking not give you that alignment does give you?
Afterwards, clarity. And I hate that.
Clarity afterwards and even clarity during.
Yeah, that's true.
What drinking does is it distracts you from your resistance so that you do have movement in your energy, but never what we would call alignment. We want to talk about the emotional scale just for a moment with you, because we haven't talked about it much, and yet your emotions are the key to your guidance system. So let's say you are discouraged. Let's say you are more than discouraged. Let's say that you are utterly depressed, that you're feeling really lost. Well, that emptiness is easy to identify with the word, but then let's say that you saw something that just made you angry. You're just livid about it. Well, you can get from depressed to really angry pretty easily. Just like you can get from not drunk to drunk pretty easily. It's not a big step. You can do that pretty easily. But being livid or angry is really a far, far, far vibrational distance from being tuned in, tapped in, turned on, from feeling love and appreciation and joy and all of that. So what we would like to say about all drugs and alcohol and things like that, if you are tapped in, turned on, if you are in vibrational alignment and then you are participating, then the releasing of awareness could take you even higher. But if you are in a very low vibration when you drink, it could bring you up to some of those lower vibrations. We're saying the same thing about this conversation about drinking or utilizing drugs that we say about everything. It depends upon what receiving mode you're in. If you're in the receiving mode of focusing on what's wrong with the world, and you are receiving from that stream of consciousness of the man's spin-off of his worrisome thought, and then you utilize alcohol, it can distract you from that and therefore make you feel better. And so instead of feeling angry or lost or afraid or self-conscious, you might feel less of all of that, but you don't soar. So really what we're saying to you is meditate and then drink. Be in that high-flying place and then drink. Drink from your fun, not from your reaching for fun from a place of not having it. We're not trying to get you to stop doing anything or to start doing anything. But what you will discover is that from that high-flying place, the desire or the need to do that will be less and less and less and less and less. You'll just be high on the energy, high on life, and then you'll have everything that you're reaching for. You'll be lucid and you'll have great timing, and you won't miss the things that are funny. You'll be right there with it. The full part of you will be participating. Does your inner being like it when you drink? Your inner being doesn't dislike it when you drink. Your inner being's not trying to discourage you from drinking. Your inner being is not trying to discourage you from anything. Your inner being just wants you to do it from your connection. So then there's the next question. If I am tuned into my inner being and my vortex is full of all of this wonderful stuff, and so my vortex is calling me, it's calling me, it's calling me, it's calling me, it's calling me, what will I be inspired to do when I'm tuned into source and I'm translating from the vortex? What kinds of things will I then want to do? And we say there are all kinds of things that are in your vortex that you will find yourself wanting to do. And there's nothing that is excluded from it. It's just that the path of least resistance is different when you're tuned in than when you're not tuned in. Does that make sense to you? There are a lot of people that are well tuned in that are still inspired to do something to even feel better. But it's a whole different thing. You don't lose consciousness. You don't lose awareness. You don't lose your ability to focus. You don't lose your cognitive resources, you say.
Okay, I understand that. But this last summer, I've never felt better, I think, in my life as this last summer. And it was a beautiful time, but it was also a lot of partying, like every weekend, every weekend, every weekend. So there's so much fun in it, and I had such a blast, but still, it costs clarity. And I'm not understanding why
Well,
so
so
much fun can still be
we just told you why.
not
We
that
just
good.
told you why. So you're saying, I want the clarity without the other. And we say, and you can have it, but you may go about it in a different way. What's bothering you, and we're going to be very brief with this because we're at the end of the recording of the camera. When you worry about not fitting in with those who are drinking, when that matters more to you than the exhilaration of being in sync with your inner being, then you're not utilizing your guidance system. We're not saying don't do that. We're just saying once you know what it's like to be have you ever had fun without drinking?
Of course.
So what you're saying is there's this thing I can do to have fun, and there's this other thing that I can do to have fun. And when I do this thing and have fun, I have clarity. And when I do this thing to have fun, I don't have clarity. But still, I'm drawn to do this thing where I have fun and don't have clarity. And we say, what? 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 It's a very good time for a segment of refreshment.